Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 39 of Wrestling with Brent. As usual, I'm gonna just go over the wrestling shows for the week, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about stuff, explain a few things in storyline wise. Um, First, I just want to say WWE's been awful here lately, worse than usual. Uh, the last couple Monday Night Raw episodes have been some of the worst wrestling shows I've ever seen. Um, SmackDown Friday night was awful. There's literally nothing happening at all right now in WWE. Nothing good at all, really. I mean, literally nothing's interesting me at this point. Nothing exciting. Um, it's shaping up to be the worst WrestleMania of all time. This has got to be the worst WrestleMania build of all time. There's just, for me, nothing happening at all that I even remotely care about. Um, Apollo's heel turn has been good. I like it, but there's not a whole lot to it. Like I said, I like Roman's heel stuff, but it's not a whole lot to it. He just kind of sits there, just kind of stares. Eventually he'll cut a promo, but he don't get to talk long. And then, he'll have a match or two, and it's a quick bit down and he leaves. He just don't get to do a whole lot. Um, so you really don't see him that much, as you would like to, as I would like to see him. Um, I think the Bianca Belair Sasha Banks match at WrestleMania will be very good. But their build up for that match and the storyline and everything hasn't been very good. The Shane and Braun Strowman stuff's been awful. Um, they just keep making Braun like he did even more. Braun's just so muscular, he's a physical beast. And they just make him look so stupid. And the stuff they have him doing they just keep embarrassing him. I don't understand it. Um, have Shane beat up on him like that and let Shane beat him up like that is preposterous. Shane, that just happened to be green slime under the ring, and Shane threw green slime all over Braun and beat the crap out of Braun. The green slime looked like something off of Nickelodeon. Just looked pretty ridiculous, preposterous, just really stupid. Um, the Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt stuff continues to be stupid. I like her. She does a good job with, but the storyline's nothing. It's just so dumb. Um, I like Bobby Lashley's heel turn. I like that he's the new champion, and I like Drew as champion. But it doesn't really matter. Bobby Lashley don't really have nobody to face. I'm sure the match with Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania would be good, but I don't really care at this point. I just don't care. WWE for me is yikes right now. They're just terrible. They're a sinking ship. They get worse every week. I don't care what anybody says. It's my opinion. WWE is the new TNA. WWE is TNA now. Is Impact now. It's just terrible. Their Impact, their TNA with a bigger budget, with a more popular name and a wider audience, bigger audience, more popular TV networks, and that's all. But WWE is so bad. It's so scripted. The announcers are scripted. Everything's so fake and disingenuous. The production is not very good. It's over the top, but it's so dumb. It's very cheesy, not believable. So fake. Even the wrestling, the way they've got the wrestlers wrestling is not good. The wrestlers are trying and they're doing their best, but they're just giving them crap material to work with. They have all that talent, but they continue to put out crap. And it's not the talent's fault. It's not the wrestlers' fault. I'm not blaming the wrestlers. It's the people writing the storylines. Storylines are awful. Um, and they've made the wrestling terrible. The wrestling don't even look good on TV. The last couple of times I've been to live shows before the pandemic, I went to a couple house shows and SmackDown live, and it was just terrible. It just wasn't very good. The wrestling, you could just tell watching the wrestling live. They've changed the way they've wrestled in WWE. They had the last couple of years. WWE wrestlers are going very soft. They're trying their best not to hurt people and injure people, but now Dax does all the time, and it just looks more fake, and it seems like they get hurt more by trying not to get by trying not to do the moves. Um, yeah, so they've changed the wrestling stuff. That's the way they teach them in WWE now, and it's just not the wrestling itself is not good. The matches are not good. It's all the same. It all just feels the same. Nothing feels special, exciting anymore in WWE. At least for AEW, when something's bad, it's still AEW is always exciting, or it leaves you wanting more. You never know what's going to happen. AEW always leaves you wanting more and expecting more because you really don't know what's going to happen, and you can always kind of expect a surprise from AEW, or that it's in. Well, that was weird, but you never watch AEW and say, "Oh, this is just terrible. This is awful." Um, AEW's never been like that. That's why I said, in my opinion, AEW has always been good. Even the Revolution pay-per-view, I thought it was very good. Much better, 10 times better than WWE. And AEW seems to do it with lesser talent, lesser known talent. I think AEW talent has gotten a lot better since they've been, on TV and all over the last year. So I think they've gotten a lot better. Um, but yeah, WWE for me is just yikes right now. Just terrible. Awful. Um, so I don't care what anybody says. I know it's unpopular opinion, but to me, WWE is TNA now. It's just terrible. If you don't believe me, go look it up. A lot of people that used to be in TNA, even the former wrestlers, are in WWE now, are in NXT, or on the main roster. People that used to work in TNA are working for WWE. Jeremy Borash, um, he worked a long time for Impact at TNA. He actually was the one that put the graveyard match, the AJ Styles Undertaker WrestleMania match together. He did a good job with that one. It was good. But then he also again, did the Bray Wyatt Swamp match. I liked it, but a lot most people hated that match. So there you go. Um, yeah. So that's just my opinion. WWE is just horrible right now. It's the worst I've ever seen. It seems like it's getting worse. WWE from right now is just yikes. Just garbage. Uh, Ring of Honor has got a big show coming up in 2 weeks. March 26th, they have the Ring of Honor 19-year anniversary pay-per-view. It should be really good. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be really good. So I can't wait for that. Ring of Honor was a good Saturday. It was nothing great, but it was a good show. MLW was just okay. NXT was just okay. Um, Both of those was nothing special. I really loved AEW. I thought it was a great show. 8 out of 10 show. Um, I loved the Thunder Rosa Britt Baker match. I thought it was awesome, excellent. Uh, I give it a 10-star match. Best women's match I've ever seen. Best AEW women's match ever. Best women's match ever seen on television. Best women's match ever. It was hardcore, bloody, gory, and I loved it. Great match. I really enjoyed it. Now let's go into the shows, and then I'll break down each match, and I'll go over the reviews real quick for the shows. All right, let's do Ring of Honor first. First match we had Dak Draper against Freddie Yehi. Dak Draper won with a Magnum KO. It was 11-minute, 12-second match. After the match, Freddie Yehi denied his handshake from Dak Draper. I like Freddie Yehi in the match. I like Dak Draper. I like Freddie Yehi when I've seen him in Ring of Honor. He's got a lot of talent. After the match, Kim McQuay interviewed Dak Draper instead of telling him he'll have a chance at the Ring of Honor TV Championship from Dragon Lee. Pretty soon wins the match against Kenny King. Dak Draper said he was aware against Kenny King. Said he'll have to watch out for the other members of the faction in Gabbanale. So it's a good match. I liked it. Second match was a singles match. Tony Deppen against Kenny King with Amy Rose and Dragon Lee and La Bestia Del Ring at his corner. Tony Deppen got the win. It was a good match. Kenny King looked good, but Kenny King was being cocky and arrogant during the match, like he is a lot of the time. And Tony Deppen caught him on a small package, and Kenny King paid for it. Tony kept him beat him for small package. It was a 7-minute, 26-second match. It was a good match. I liked it. After the match, Tony Deppen was attacked by Dragon Lee, Kenny King, and La Bestia Del Ring. Brody King made the save. Then Roosh come in with La Faction Gubernale, and they beat up Brody King and put him to a table and tore Brody King up. Brody King is just a massive man. Every time I see him, I forget how big and strong he is. He's such a beast. I like him. Big fan of his. Brody King's awesome. So it was a good match. I liked it. The next match, we have a singles match, Flamita against Flip Gordon. Flamita won. He did like a little scooter. Beat Flip Gordon. Mark Briscoe interfered, and he hit Flip Gordon for chair. It was an 8 minute 55-second match. It was a good match. I liked it. After the match, Flip Gordon then attacked Flamita and ripped off his mask. Bandito and Ray Horse made the save for Flamita. So it was a good match. Um, Next week, the Foundation versus the Faction of Gobernale and Ray Horse and Eli Isom. All those matches are announced for next week, so that should be good. And like I said, the Ring of Honor anniversary show in a couple weeks, March 26th, should be really good. 19th year anniversary pay-per-view should be really good. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, this wasn't a great episode of Ring of Honor, but wasn't a bad show by any means. It was good. I liked it. A 6 out of 10. Another good show by Ring of Honor. So I liked it. It was a good show. Now on to AEW review. Like I said, I really liked this show. The main event was a 10-star match for me. Best women's match I've ever seen. Had a lot of blood. Did a lot of cool moves, chairs, thumbtacks, tables, ladders. Uh, they threw chairs. They was really using chair shots and hitting people in the face and busting people open, blood. I liked it. I just really enjoyed this match. It was a lights out, unsanctioned hardcore match, pretty much. No rules, no disqualification. I loved it. Both women did a great job. They absolutely killed it. Thunder Rosa looked beautiful. Britt Baker looked beautiful. A big fan of Britt Baker. Big fan of Thunder Rosa. I love her. She's one of my favorites. Great match. I really liked it. Both women worked their tails off. It was just a very good match. It was a very good show for Dynamite. One of the best shows I've ever had. One of the best, like I said, the best women's match I've ever seen. The best women's match I've ever seen on TV. It was a 10-star match. Um, the show overall, I give it an 8 out of 10. Very good show. A continuation of storylines, and I'm going to explain a couple of the storylines and what I think, and during the review. So here we go. Dynamite kicked off, and they talk about MJF's recap of his betrayal last week at the Inner Circle. First match is Penta and Cody. Penta attacked before the bell ring. Penta and Cody had a good match. I liked it. Um, Cody rolls Penta LZ Mirror up in a small package for a victory. So Cody Rhodes won by a roll up. After the match, Penta attacked Cody after the match. Arn Anderson got in the ring. Dustin and the Gung Ho came down to get Penta out of the ring. Penta ran out of the ring. Penta celebrated in the crowd during the match. Penta also put on the St. Patrick's Day hat. I thought that was funny. Penta really targeted the arm on Cody in the match, and Cody's really favored that arm. They were really talking up Cody's arm injury. Um, on the ramp, QT Marshall come out. Then my family asked where he was. For those that are aware, I'm going to explain this a little bit the best I can. At Revolution, during the Battle Royal, QT Marshall eliminated himself and was at the distant towards the Dark Order. On Dark or either Elevation, I forget which one, but onesie either Monday or Tuesday night. On Dark Order Elevation 1, QT was being really distant and just acting really weird. And he did cut a promo, said everything was like for him in Dark Order, but he just acted very weird and strange. And so I think this setting up QT basically leaving the Nightmare family and turning heel. So I believe that's more of what this was. All right, so now after that match, we have Marvis with the Young Bucks backstage. Matt Jackson says Ray Phoenix beat him in singles match, but they are the best tag team in the world. Don Callis comes in and he's told the Young Bucks about their father. Says he was faking his injury, but he wanted to kick him. He wants to see the old Young Bucks. There's nothing to lead about them anymore. Callis said Omega's the god of pro wrestling. Said Omega doesn't recognize them anymore. They're just another tag team in fancy tights. So it was a really good promo by Don Callis. And I liked this exchange between the two. It was really good. I liked it. So I liked it. Commercial break. Jade Cargill makes her way to the ring. She goes against Danny Jordan. I've seen Danny Jordan wrestle several times on Dark. I like her. This was a good quick squash match for Jade. Cargill posed. Danny hit a back elbow. Cargill hit a big boot. Cargill hit a huge release German suplex on Danny Jordan. Cargill hit a finish move called the Jaded. It's basically Beth Vincent's glam slam where she hooks her from behind and picks her up and slams her. It was very cool looking. A lot of strength. I love J. Cole. She's beautiful, tall, athletic. I like her a lot. Um, yep, so good quick squash match. Um, After the match, Jade goes in the crowd, gets in Velvet's face. Referee pulls them away from each other, so it's probably signaling they're going to fight again. Um, they do a recap of the Inner Circle implosion from last week. MJF music hits to bring out his new stable. Totally cuts promo, says it's great to be in the ring with the guys. He said he had formed the greatest faction in wrestling. The Four Horsemen, he started out with them in wrestling, started out the best, and he wanted to end the best to have the best group in wrestling. Um, Started out the best and wanted to end the best, is what Tully said. Um, MJF talks up Sean Spears, talked about how he was overlooked and has great talent. Um, Said the new name's Pinnacle. Said they're going to be the pinnacle of wrestling. The backbone of AEW for years to come. MJF basically started rigging on Jericho. Said he's only 24. Says he'll only get better. Says Jericho won't be the GOAT that MJF will. MJF says, well, the pinnacle will be the backbone of AEW for years to come. They'll take what they want when they want. They want Jericho's locker room. MJF said that he's better than Jericho, and Jericho knows it. Um, Said the goal was to kill the Inner Circle from the ground up and build him up and make himself even stronger. MJF also talked up Wardlow. Yep, so it was a really good promo by MJF. Very good. Good job by Tully. It was a very good way to introduce the stable. Very good. I liked it. Commercial break. Back from commercial, we have Matt Hardy making his entrance with Pipe Party Butcher and Blade. Matt said he lives to make money. He said he's a businessman. Building the Empire. Jurassic Express are out next to Bear Country. So it was a good tag match. Jurassic Express and Bear Country was Matt Hardy Private Party. It was a good match. Butcher and Blade was also in as well. Um, Basically ended with Luchasaurus got some shine in the match. Looked really good. Glad to see using him a little bit more, getting a little more shine. Um, Basically the match ended with Bear Country Jurassic Express arguing as Marco tagged in. Uh, Isaiah Cassidy with pump kick, stunt, got a play of kicks in, hit Pipe Party got the gin and juice on Marco's stunt. Matt Hardy has to be tags in. Matt Hardy tags in and got the twist fade on Marco for the 3 count. So Matt Hardy, Pipe Party, and Butcher and Blade got the win. After the match, Bear Country Jurassic Express argue outside. Yep. Next, Mox and Kingston are backstage. Uh, Said he got beaten to a bloody pulp. He said he should be on the beach right now. They need to fix the real problem. He doesn't like the good buzz. Gals has wiggly eyes. They'll split his forehead open, ask if he can say Bullet Club. They are soldiers. I like how Eddie Kingston referenced 50 Cent and referenced Tupac. Thought that was cool. I like the jokes. Eddie and John Mox are great together on the mic and are great together to make a great duo. They're great on the ring together, great on the mic. Tell they're really good friends, have great chemistry together. They just work so good together, so well. So it's a good promo. I liked it. Good match and a good promo. I liked it. Commercial break. Back from commercial, Dasha is backstage with Christian Cage. Christian cut a promo about workhorses. Basically said he's going to be the workhorse. He's going to outwork everybody in the ring, and he's looking to face Omega and challenge Omega for the title. Um, and then he wants to cement his legacy. So Christian cut a really good promo. I liked it. It was good to see Dasha backstage. Dasha's always good to see her. She does a really good job always. She looks beautiful as well. So it was a good promo by Christian. So I liked it. It was good. Uh, the Good Brothers and Eddie Kingston make the entrance. Um, Eddie Kingston and Moxley make the entrance. As Eddie Kingston makes it, the Good Brothers attack him. Moxley comes to help him out, all taped up. Gallows gets huge uppercuts on the outside, sent Moxley into the barricade. Gallo got a headbutt to Moxley. Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer on the outside. They eventually get in the ring. The match starts. Basically, the match ends with Moxley catches one of the Good Brothers in a small package. for the win. So Moxley and Kingston got the win. After the match, the Good Brothers and attack Moxley after the bell. Omega comes out holding a chair, sets a trap in the middle of the ring. Kingston attacks Omega, but succumbs to the numbers. All the numbers. Magic Killer on Kingston. Kingston's leg got put with the chair. Anderson stomps on the chair. Break Kingston's leg. They put the chair around Moxley's neck. Gallows goes to the top, but the Young Bucks come out to stop him. Good Brothers offer the two sweet, but the Young Bucks don't respond and walk away. Omega uh, got a match made, but they walk away. Moxley comes back in swinging the chair. The Super Elite clear out. Commercial break. Yep, so this was good. A good match and a good beatdown. I liked it. It's always good seeing Kenny. So I liked it. It was good. Commercial break. Tony Schiavone brings out Sting. Uh, so also, like I want to say too, maybe this is a sign now. Maybe the Young Bucks ain't turning heel. Maybe they're not. They're going against Omega and his wishes, and so let's see. You know, the Young Bucks flip flop a lot. You just don't really know what they're doing a lot of times. You know. So let's see where that goes. Tony Schiavone's on the stage. He brings out Sting. Then they bring out Darby Allin. Darby says he won the TNT Championship and he has defended it 3 times. Said it's a joke. Said he wants to defend the title each week. He said he wanted to pay tribute to the greatest TNT champion and mentioned Buddy Lee. I thought that was cool. Uh, Said he'll defend the belt against the Dark Order. Lance Archer comes out. Him and Jake Roberts both cut good promos. Lance Archer said should be his time. He called Darby an indie-rific joke and said he'll put him in a coffin. Jake Snake calls him a wiener. Says Sting will get what's coming to him. He calls Archer the biggest, baddest son of a you-know-what. So it was a good promo by Jake and by Darby. I don't get to hear Darby speak much, and I thought Darby did a good job, and Lance Archer did a really good job as well. Lance Archer has really improved on his promos, it seems like. So the whole good segment, I liked it. Then, during all this, Taz come out with Team Taz. Brian Cage got on the mic, says Sting stuck his nose in their business, but he respects Sting, says Sting is still the icon. Team Cash guys, what's wrong with him? Cage walks away from Team Taz. Then we get a video package of Scorpio Sky, and he basically said he won't be a stepping stone, and said he's a wrestling savant. It was basically further than Scorpio Sky's heel turn, his heel character, and I thought Scorpio Sky did a really good job as promo. I thought he did a really good job. I liked it. Like I said, a really good promo earlier with Lance Archer and all them in it. It was good. Um, I want to say too to try to explain it a little bit to people. For those that don't watch Dark and Elevation, believe it was on Dark the other night. Brian Cage and Ricky Starks had a match. They were arguing during the match. Brian Cage was putting a beat down on somebody, and Ricky Starks tagged himself in. Brian Cage looked at him like, "What are you doing?" And they was kind of arguing. Like Brian Cage didn't like it that Ricky Starks kind of went over his head like that, and they was arguing during the match, and then. Uh, Which, of course, they win the match, and one of them gets mad because the other one got the pin. I believe Ricky Starks got the pin, and Brian Cage got mad and walked away. And Cage's Taz trying to come to him and said, "I don't know what's wrong." He said, "I ain't nothing. I'm just being competitive. We'll get this worked out. It's no big deal. It's nothing to it. We're fine." Uh, so they have been kind of arguing on Dark, and I believe this is carried over. And I believe eventually this is going to lead to Cage not getting along with Starks. It's basically going to leave Cage to leave Team Taz to go on his own, maybe. So we'll see. Uh, yep. And also, Dark Elevation was started Monday night, the new show, Big Show and Tony Schiavone. I thought it was very good. I liked it, best continuance of Dark. I thought Big Show did a really good job commentating. I thought him and Tony made a good team, and Big Show didn't say anything that sounded scripted or dumb or over the top or just really crazy. Big Show did a really good job, in my opinion. I thought he seemed really smart and like really knew what he was talking about. So I liked it. Thought he did a really good job. Yep. So now we have the Phoenix versus Angelico match. It was a good match. Both guys are very athletic. Just had a lot of flips, and Phoenix hit the Hurricane Rana and hit a cutter. Uh, Angelico did a death roll. Did some submission that was applied. Shoulder submission, ankle lock. Ray Phoenix even stretched out the neck and back of Angelico at one point. It basically ended with Phoenix hit a crucifix bomb, and then he hit a sit-out power driver on a helicopter for the win. So Phoenix got the win. So it was a good match. I liked it. It's a good match. Um, Ray Phoenix got the win. Ray Phoenix is always impressive. I like how they use him more in the singles run and him showing off his talents more. He's doing a really good job, and I like how they're using him. It's a good match. Ray Phoenix got the win. Um, Now we get a promo backstage with Miro. It wasn't very good. I like Miro. I like Kip. I like Penelope. Um, but Miro basically said he wasn't interested in Truck being his butler. Kip said it isn't says it isn't over. Miro argued with him, said he's the worst thing is having his wife at ringside. When the bell, he doesn't care about him, his wife, or anything. He needs to be the world champion. Outside the ring, they are still buds. Kip accepts the match. Uh, my opinion, this whole feud hasn't been good. It's been very lackluster. The build hasn't been good. The angle storyline just hadn't been good. I was hoping they was going to be done with this feud after the Revolution pay-per-view. Even though the match was very good at Revolution, most of the pay-per-view and the other matches hadn't been good. Hopefully they'll have this match and next week and get it over with, and Miro can move on to and do some different stuff. Be more the serious bitch to get away from his common stuff that he's been doing. I like Kip, but he needs to be by himself. I like Penelope, but she needs to go on a singles run and get going in the singles division and get some wins and get a shot at the women's title. And be a big force in the women's division like I know she can be. If, like I said, for those that don't watch Dark, did on Dark Elevation, want to believe it was Dark. When her and Miro and Kip Sabian all come out to the ring together for their matches. Miro and Kip was arguing, and Miro was trying to tell Kip what to do, and Penelope like she looked at Miro, kind of gave him dirty eyes, and kind of rolled her eyes at him, like she's mad at him, like he's getting on her nerves. I believe they're going to split up eventually. They need to. I believe they are going to, eventually. Um, so just thought I'd tell you guys that for those that don't watch Dark. This is my opinion. I think they'll split up eventually. I'll just tell you for those that are Dark, so I'll try to explain it. Stuff on Dark carries over to Dynamite sometimes. And a lot of people might not know what's going on because they don't watch Dark or Elevation. I watch both, so that's how I know. So, yep. Uh, Now we get another promo backstage. Marvez with the Dark Order. I thought it was funny. Negative one. They said who's going to challenge the Dark Order for Darby Allin for the TNT title next week, and Negative one said I'm going to. It's going to be me, and everybody's like, no. Maybe 10 years later, and everybody just kind of laughed it off, and Negative one laughed. Thought that was funny. Just time was funny. Uh, they said it's going to be John Silver. So John Silver and Darby Allin next for the TNT title should be a really good match. I expect Darby Allin to win, but should be a really good match. I'm a big fan of both of those guys, and big fan of John Silver. Every time I see him, he's just funny. He's hilarious on BT. He's got a great sense of humor, a really good sense of humor. And he's funny and athletic and a good wrestler, very talented, super funny guy. And I love Darby Allin. He's my favorite AEW wrestler. It should be a great match next week. A really good match. Um, yep, so it was a good segment. I liked it. All right, now the lights go out. Britt Baker makes her at the front of Rosa comes out next. We have the unsanctioned lights out match, the main event. Anything goes, no qualifications. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa non-sanctioned match. Rebel got involved. Started out. She attacked Rosa with a crutch. Uh, Rosa attacked Rebel and Baker hit a spear through the ropes. Britt hit an air raid crash for a 2 count on the outside. Baker attacked Rosa for a chair. Rosa put the chair in Baker's face. Rosa attacked the Baker and Rebel with the chair. There was chair shots. Uh, Rosa got sent to the barricade. They fought outside the ring. Baker and Rebel set up a table. Baker, with a curb stop on the steel steps, throws chairs in the ring. Rosa was busted open. Uh, Baker got a knee to the face on Rosa, set up a chair in the ropes, forearm from Baker. Rosa hit a suplex in the ropes for a 2 count. Rebel threw more chairs in the ring. Rosa attacks with one of the chairs. Baker forearmed in the corner. Superplex on all the chairs for a 2 count. Rebel got a ladder. Rosa got a bulldog on the ladder for 2 count. Rosa with knees in the corner. Sandwiches the ladder on the Baker and drop kicks the ladder. Rosa got another table. Baker was bleeding a lot. It basically came down to Rosa drop kicked Rebel through a table. Rosa uh, put a power bomb on Brent Baker through the thumbtacks for a 2 count. Baker got in her lockjaw finisher. Rosa rolled through the thumbtacks. Rosa rolled over onto the thumbtacks. Baker got a first kick. Rosa caught her with the fire thunder driver off of the apron through the table on Britt Baker for a 3 count. But Rosa got the win. Great match. I loved it. Best women's match I've ever seen. Best women's match I've ever seen on TV. Best AEW women's match I've ever had. One of the best AEW shows ever. A great AEW show overall. Great women's match. Best women's match I've ever seen. Both women killed it. I'm a fan of both women. Love Thunder Rosa. Britt Baker did a great job. Thunder Rosa did a great job. Love Thunder Rosa. She's so beautiful and she can do it all. She's great. She's got a great body figure. She's awesome. Great match. I loved it. It was a 10-star classic, instant classic in my opinion. Great match. 10-star match. A great AEW show. 8 out of 10. I loved it. It's a great show by AEW. Um, that's it for this show. I hope you guys like this review and keep watching and happy wrestling. I'll see you next time. See you. Bye.